Dreams, the amazing game engine released in 2020 for PlayStation 4 and 5. While on the surface, it seems to be a silly platform where players can create small projects, but under the hood is a powerful and intuitive game engine that can allow a player to create anything from a painting, a song, to a full-fledged game, all with the simplicity of a controller. I've been creating on Dreams for maybe 3 years, learning the basics of game creation. I've managed to gain over 15,000 followers in my time playing. Some followed me for my Thing game, some followed for my Destruction game, but the vast majority of my followers came from my Backroom series. Played by YouTubers IGP and 8-Bit Ryan, this series blew up and went viral on Dreams during the week when PlayStation put Dreams on PlayStation Plus. My time on Dreams has been amazing, and probably the best $10 I've ever spent. I have almost 7,000 hours on it, and I probably would have hit 10,000 if not for a few problems. The first problem I ran into on Dreams was the limitations. Dreams is a very unique engine. In my short time using other 3D software like Blender and Unreal Engine 5, I've managed to learn just how easy Dreams allows you to switch from sculpting assets to being a digital audio workspace to animating, all while having quick access to free assets made by the community. But for it to run on a PS4, the developers had to put some extreme limitations onto how much you can put into a level. For instance, levels have 3 categories of memory that your level has to squeeze into: audio memory, graphical memory, and gameplay memory. You can make a photorealistic scene, but that could end up being a small scene, and vice versa. You could have a giant map, but the graphics will end up looking basic. Most people find a happy middle ground. With my Backroom series, I was still relatively new to Dreams, and my levels would be very basic. Over time, I began chasing higher graphical fidelity, which led to my levels becoming shorter and shorter. I mean, this level is practically a street in a park, and it was at 100% graphic memory. And this was still nowhere near the graphics that something like Unreal Engine 5 could achieve. So I knew in the back of my head, I would end up leaving Dreams at some point to an engine with less limits. The second reason I'll be leaving Dreams is more specific to me. Recently on Dreams, my profile has been getting reported to PlayStation Network, and as to why, I'm not exactly sure. According to the emails I get, they claim my levels are supposedly promoting hate speech. I don't know how any of my games could be interpreted that way, but according to the PlayStation moderation team, they are. Now, my levels have light gore and violence, but never at a particular group or even person. I've never insulted a group of people with my games or in the comments, and I truly don't understand how they could say that my content could be promoting that. My guess is someone reported my levels for the gore that they have, and this email is just the standard email you get for getting suspended. Now, Dreams is rated T for teens, which allows for minimal blood and violence, but perhaps my levels just went past the line, though this is just me speculating, as remember, I'm not even sure if the violence in my games is what they banned me for. The email I got said that it was for hate speech, and that PlayStation Network removed the hateful content. But all my goriest levels are still up, and in fact, I can't find any level that was removed from PlayStation Network. Whatever the actual reason is, I'm clearly gonna have to find a solution. Someone doesn't like what I'm making on Dreams, and PlayStation agrees with them. I love making games on Dreams. It's been my main hobby for years now, but it's time for me to move on. Dreams has shown me just how much I love game development, and that there's an audience out there who would appreciate the things that I make. And through all these reports, it was never the developers at Dreams that had an issue with my levels. They even played them on a few of their streams and put my games on the front page of Dreams before. All of the reports were directly from PlayStation Network and whoever reported them. I'm not permanently banned yet, but with me getting 3 suspensions within a year, a permanent ban is almost imminent. As my last act, I will be releasing every level I made as free to use and remixable, allowing anyone on Dreams to take my levels and make whatever they want out of them. And I will be creating local saves of everything. That way, if I do get banned, I'll still be able to create devlogs of my levels as I transition from Dreams to Unreal. I hate that I have to leave my game in such an unfinished state, but I'm also excited about being able to finish it on a better platform. Blender has such an amazing community when it comes comes to helping each other out, and the amount of tools I'll have access with Unreal Engine is going to help me so much. I'm still figuring out the workflow that I'll be using with Blender and Unreal, and if you're currently from Blender or Unreal, I'd love to hear what you do for your development and how you began learning the software. Currently, I've been learning a lot about gray boxing and importing textures. It's very different than Dreams, and I'd love to hear what you suggest for learning the gray boxing process. I plan on recreating the games that I made on Dreams, short horror levels focused on exploring liminal environments with an occasional chase sequence. Now I know for a fact it's going to be a while before I learn how to do a proper chase sequence, so for these first few months, I'll mainly be focused on how to box out my level, how to light it, and how to texture it, as well as adding audio for the atmosphere. But if you're just interested in getting an occasional update on my project, I will be uploading devlogs of the whole process so you can still follow my progress, as well as the progress of my future games. If you're from Dreams, I want to personally thank you for being with me these last few years. I know some of you have been following me since the beginning, and all of your support has been incredible to me. I truly don't know if I would have ever made this jump to Unreal without your support, but you gave me the confidence to pick up this new software people go to college to learn. You made me believe in myself, and if you're from Blender or Unreal, I hope you join me on this journey. Your support would mean the world to me, whether you're a seasoned visual effects artist or a donut noob like me.